It's a go big or go home kind of day. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. Hello new subscribers, hello returning subscribers, hello person who just happened to stumble upon this video. You are all welcome and loved on this soothing channel that I've created here for you. Today, I want to bring you an off the beaten track pick a card reading. It is all done in the spirit of fun, but also it's a little bit spooky because I am going to tap into messages from the departed. So let me introduce you the options. We have here the Cat Brooch for group 1. For group 2, we have this hand holding a fan brooch. And for group 3, we have this Art Deco Flamingo brooch. Okay, guys, try to take a deep breath in and then focus on the first pile that pulls in your attention. That would be the one that has a higher likelihood that it will resonate with you. This is also a giveaway reading, so make sure that you leave a comment down below and let us know a spooky experience that you've encountered, okay? According to the energy of the comment that I feel most pulled towards to, I will grant that person a free general reading with me. Okay, guys? So make sure to comment down below for a chance to win in this competition. The winner will be announced in 2 days' time. I do want to remind you guys that there are only 2 days left until you can make use of this wonderful discount code I have on Wisio. You can purchase a short personalized video reading with me for 13% off if you use the code HOLLOWS13. Hurry up and take advantage of this offer, guys. Okay, I'll be happy to read for you. Hey group 1, hello my loves. I'm so happy to have you here on my channel. So this is going to be a reading that looks at what do the dead have to communicate to you during this period when the veil between the world is very thin. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this cat brooch. Let's see the cards that I pre-shuffled for you. So we have here the Lovers, very good card to get. The Ace of Wands, the Four of Discs or Pentacles, the Page of Cups. So these are your tarot cards. Now let me show you the oracle cards that I have for you. Wow. Chokhmah, right eye, wisdom. Number 11, flashover, it's all in your head. South Node energy, don't let the past hold you back. The Knight, be brave and honest. Playful. I'm just laughing because my cat made appearances in my previous videos and this reminds me of her. And the final card that I have for you, wow, the Shaman of Reflections. What I like to do in this reading is for the first card, which was the Lovers, and the last card, which is the Shaman of Reflections, I will actually read you the messages that were specifically written in the 2 booklets of the Shaman's Oracle and the Santa Muerte Tarot. So let's begin first with what do the dead have to say to you regarding the Lovers card. I'm getting a very strong sense here that some of you are recuperating from an unfinished past life love story. And the dead are somehow complicit in helping you reunite with your soulmate in this current incarnation. So let's see what they have to say. Having chosen the direction, proceed without hesitation towards your goal. It will probably be harder than you thought, but it will reveal itself without doubt to be the best way to gain what you love. Some of you in this lifetime need to fight for love. It will be given to you. I'm choking. What is happening? It's like I'm stumbling over my words. I mean, this problem with not finding the words to express yourself, or saying or misspeaking, misrepresenting yourself, has often appeared in my PickACard readings. But I feel like in your case, this seems to be an overall theme, especially in your romantic connection. I feel like the opportunity for love will appear in your life, but potentially you might say something, or you would not be able to express yourself in such a way that you place yourself in the best possible light for your lover to reach out to you, to give you that love, to genuinely stay for a commitment with you. So I think that the dead are enticing you. They are cautioning you while supporting you to step up in the game of love. You need to be very brave. You need to have spunk and stamina. The Ace of Wands is that first flame of spirit, that feeling that you have in your heart and you decide to just act on it. I feel that a lot of you in this lifetime are learning how to act. Some of you could have North Node in Aries, for example, or in Sagittarius, or in Leo. You're learning how to be bold, how to speak from the heart, how to express your truth. The dead are encouraging you to pursue this path because it will help you not miss out on love. The romantic love that you always felt was there in your heart, that you somehow always felt you were worthy of, or that it needed to be granted to you. So I feel that there will be many mountains to climb. There could be obstacles, but the dead are walking with you on this path. I'm kind of getting a feeling of Orpheus as he descends into the underworld to look for his lover, Eurydice. And he's trying to find her, but he needs to walk through the Valley of Shadows without being pulled to the side by their tempting glares and snares. Because the dark is tempting. We can give into it very easily. We can just float into the depths of humankind's capacity to self-destroy itself. But I feel that the dead are walking by your side, and some of them are trying to entice you away from your goal, but others are very strongly protecting you. And I feel that these are some of the ancestors that you have down your bloodline, relatives in your family that have departed and are watching over you from beyond. Those are the people, or let's call them spirits, because they transcended the material plane. So those spirits are actually guiding over you at the moment, and they are helping you bring this love into fruition. But not only the love, but also a healthy choice that you are going to make in your love life. Potentially discerning between a toxic partner and a partner that is really good for you. Maybe some of you don't know how to do that, and your ancestors are helping you from beyond to have the guts to speak up on your behalf, to stand up in your truth, to reclaim your power, to say no where you need to say no, and to say yes when the opportunity arrives and you just need to grab it. So the departed, in your case, group 1, are very intuitive and supportive. It's almost like the group of ancestral spirits that I see by your side is forming a shield around you to protect you from all the other ghostly influences that could potentially steer you in the wrong direction. Spirits can be playful sometimes. They can trick us and try to get us to see, ooh, if we influence you into this direction, will you actually choose that path, or will you show strength and determination and courage? So this is one of your challenges in this lifetime. So we also have here the Page of Cups, and it appeared very closely to the Playful card. And I think that for a lot of you, I'm getting a sense that some of you are morose. This is the word that appeared in my mind. Some of you could be prone to melancholy, to depression, to bouts of sadness and victimizing yourself. But your ancestor wants you to not take yourself so seriously. Sure, take your life path very seriously, but don't take your own inner conflict so seriously, because what you feed into it only grows. And like a planet of regret, it will grow so big that it will overwhelm you. It will eat you up. I don't know if you guys saw The Fifth Element, but I'm getting an image of that darkness, you know, that descends upon the world and is threatening to engulf the earth. That kind of dark planet that is seething with anger from within. That's kind of what I see manifesting around you. And that's just an image of your own shadow. Love your shadow. Grab it and play with it and have fun with the darker side of the human nature, just like I'm trying to have fun with it today, yeah? Tapping into the voice of the ancestors, kind of tapping into this darkness, right? Have fun with it. Be playful. Play around. You know, do cosplay, dress up, play around with it with makeup, make funny clips. But you need to explore it. So that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. You need to explore the many realms of your unconscious. Maybe do some dream diary work. Maybe work with a counselor. Maybe do some shadow work. Because the more you do that, the more you will understand how your psychic is working, or your psyche, I would need to say. Psychic is a different word. How your psyche is working. And the more you tap into that, well, the less time you're going to spend on self-sabotaging this true love that will appear in your life. It will happen anyway, but it might be delayed, or it will have to go through some ups and downs if you don't embrace the shadow aspect of yourself. So don't worry, because the experiences that you're going through in your life, even though they might be difficult, they most of the time are there to help you extract wisdom from them. So once the feeling has stopped being painful, a feeling connected to a situation that was very harmful to you, then you're able to look back on what has happened with a bit of emotional detachment, and you're able to extract wisdom. So you're growing, you're expanding, and sometimes this growing process is actually quite painful. I think that what causes pain in these situations, your ancestor want to let you know that is the fact that you're kind of overthinking things. I think that you have very high expectations of how friendship should be, of how love should be, of how your parents should treat you, of the things you need to achieve by a certain age. And if those things don't come true, you punish yourself. You tend to talk badly to yourself, and then you lash out at other people. Be mindful of this behavior, because it's bringing a lot of sadness in your life. Your ancestors want you to know that they are walking by your side with you through this valley of death, right? And much like Orpheus in the story, please have a look at that story. It's so beautiful. And they're walking with you in this valley, and they are there to just give you, you know, like lift your chin up from time to time, give you a pat on the back, you know. I feel like some of them might put their forehead on your forehead, so sometimes when you get headaches, they might be easily alleviated by an unseen force. Sometimes I feel like in your darkest moments, they put their arms around you to hug you, so you might feel almost like this warm presence coming from your back, and there might be no one around you, and you're thinking, what is this? Do I have a temperature? It's actually your ancestor, and so much light entered the room as I said this. So yeah, the departed are here, and they are very, very supportive of you. So don't complicate your life by reacting to whatever happens in your life with a lot of analysis and a lot of like punishment and guilt and feeling a lot of shame, because I feel like you tend to overreact to situations that happen in your life. And I can feel it in my belly how difficult it is for some of you to hear this. Stay with this feeling. Allow it to pass through you. Take a deep breath with me. There we go. Relax the muscles of your belly and allow this feeling to sink in. Yep, good. Now we can move on. So if you allow this feeling to come through your body, you can move on. You felt it. You allowed it to exist. I feel a lot of you are keeping all of your all of the feelings that should just naturally flow through your body. You're trapping them with your mind. So it's like instead of allowing this feeling to just come through your body, you clench your muscles, and you're causing yourself pain, unnecessary pain, because you don't want to live through the experience. But if you allow this experience, if you allow the feeling to come through, if you relax your mind, unclench your muscles, breathe in, then this feeling is going to pour through you and grant you a nugget of wisdom. It's like you allow the feeling to come through your body, and then you're getting an idea, an insight into what might have caused your trigger, what might have caused that weird situation. Why did you react in this way, But you need to work with your body. Body work is highly emphasized here. So I feel that with the Shaman of Reflections here, your ancestors are letting you know that you can transform critical self-analysis into deep wisdom if you allow your feelings to flow through your body and unclench your muscles. Stop fighting your feelings. Stop fighting yourself. Oh, number 44 as well. I just noticed it. Being playful. Taking things in your stride. It's like, yeah, obstacle in my life. Okay, bring it on, life. Schlep it on your back. Feel it, schlep it on your back. Move on, move on, move on. Get up every day and tackle life. Just like in a, an American football kind of way, right? Jump on it, crash into it, smash into it. I don't know, for some of you this metaphor is going to make sense, but I'm not saying that I encourage you to violence. I'm just saying that I encourage you to be playful with your life, to get up every morning, and in spite of how you're feeling, even if you're feeling pummeled to the ground, get back up on that horse and ride it into the sunset. I feel like this is what your ancestors want me to tell you, and in a funny way, because you are being encouraged to be playful, yeah? So welcome to this highly playful channel. Okay, so we have here the Knight. Be brave and honest. I feel like a lot of you are holding yourselves back from being brave and honest because you are afraid of the humor that is going to come out of the situation. Maybe some of you were taught by your parents to be very solemn about everything, to be super respectful, to follow laws up to the point where you're just like over-responsibilizing your life. You need to have more fun. You need to be more spontaneous. Express yourself from the heart. If you get angry, say it. If you get, very funny, say it. If you want to be sarcastic about a situation, say it, okay? Do you see all the light that is coming in as I'm saying this? This is what needs to be illuminated and brought into your consciousness. The fact that in order for you to manifest this beautiful, loving connection that I feel you crave, express yourself. You need to just express yourself. Yes, Ace of Wands, be brave and honest. Rise up into your power, brave knight. This applies if you're a woman, okay? We all have this beautiful Joan of Arc kind of archetype within us. And don't let the past hold you back. Don't let the baggage, the emotional baggage from your past relationships, from your connection to your parents, from your cultural upbringing, weigh you down to such an extent that life becomes unlivable. My beautiful, beautiful group one, live expansively, okay? Have fun, have sex, eat good food, dance, express yourself, get creative, apply for that job that you think you will never get. Tell that person that you love them. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Get up in the morning with that song, Eye of the Tiger, and make fun of yourself, make fun of life. Things don't have to be so gloomy all the time. Even as we are undergoing hardships, we can take them in our strides in an optimistic and life-affirming kind of way. Let me read you the final message that I have for you from this Shaman of Reflection. I did say that I will read you from the booklet because I do think that there is an additional message for you here that you might need to hear during this time. I feel that for a lot of you, what I've just said at the moment is deeply healing. And I hope so. That is my intention. So, I am the shaman of reflections. I offer you, who calls upon me now, the opportunity to see beyond your mirror image and to recognize within yourself the truths that you may never have perceived. I challenge those who believe that there is only one pathway to follow. In the mystery of the mirror, I show each individual his or her true self. The advice from the dead is that you need to stop repressing who you are, because they are walking with you, but they can't do it for longer if you keep self-sabotaging yourself. Open up your wings, butterfly, break through the chrysalis, and be your beautiful, gorgeous, utmost self. You won't regret it. You will actually be closer to the love of your dreams and the life of your dreams. I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much for listening to this wacky pick a card reading. Happy Halloween. May your ancestors and the dead and the departed bless you. You are loved, you are protected, you are kept safely in their bosom. Bye. Hey group 2, hello my loves. I hope you are safe wherever in the world you find yourself. This is for those of you that were drawn to this hand holding a fan brooch. So this is going to be messages from the departed, the wisdom of the dead, and how it might guide you at this point in your spiritual journey. So let me show you the cards that I pulled for you. It's quite a lot of cards that I pre-shuffled here for you guys, so tuck in, right? Cozy in, or cozy up. So we have here the Eight of Cups. Then the Counselor. Oh, the Star. Very soft energies with you guys. Speaking of soft, here's the counterpoint, the Devil. So those were your tarot cards, and now I'm going to show you the oracle cards that I have for you. Whoa, Ereshkigal, the Queen of Shadows, and her keywords are wrath, instability, and suspicion. Very jealous people among you guys, or potentially this could be your unacknowledged shadow self. Then we have number 16, Merak, embrace oneness with the universe. I wanted to say embrace yourself. I think this is about self-acceptance. Okay, let's see all the cards. Trapped. Yeah. A prison of your own mind, a prison of your own making, or some of you could be feeling trapped within your own body. You might not be happy with your body. But here we have the saving grace. Look at the big picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Oh, no wonder you are having issues accepting yourself. You are a white witch. Be the light. Yeah. And it's so interesting. I mean, usually it tends to accompany the witch card. Yeah. Even white witches. I can tell you stories about that, but that's stuff for another video. Okay, and the final card, a Dancer of Promise. Beautiful, wonderful way to wrap up the card spread. Not the reading, not yet. Impatience. So what I like to do in this reading is I actually want to read you the messages that are presented in the first and last cards that I pulled for you. This is from the Santa Muerte booklet and from the Shaman's Oracle booklet. So let's begin by reading first from the Santa Muerte booklet. What is the advice of the dead regarding your current life circumstances around the time of Halloween 2020? So as you guys know, I am filming this with a particular energy at a specific point in my own spiritual development, but it applies to you whenever you stumble upon this video, okay? So through the wonderful laws of synchronicity and the fluidity of time itself. So the advice of the dead for this card is the following. Accept your actual situation and the possible failures, and try to be receptive and disposed towards a change of equilibrium destined in any case to shift. So if you have been thrown off balance by whatever has been happening in your life, you are asked to accept your circumstances, to just take things at face value. Things are what they are. It is not a reflection of your poor behavior or the fact that you are unworthy of something. Let me give you an example if this sounds too complicated. If you are a loving person but have not yet managed to meet your soulmate, and you see around you your friends having romantic escapades with partners that seem too good to be true, or you see your friends settling down and having babies, the fact that they have found love but you haven't is not a marker of the fact that you are unlovable. It is just a marker of the fact that in order for your soulmate to appear in your life, more time needs to pass. There could be something that has to do with the cycles of Saturn touching the points of your birth chart. Maybe you need to learn a lot of life lessons. Maybe life needs to make you stronger, fitter, tougher before you get to meet your soulmate. Maybe your soulmate is on such a high vibration that you need to catch up there as well. Or maybe you will be the one that will guide your soulmate. So you need to be the leader spiritually in this connection. And in order to become a leader, you need life experience, you need to study, you need to go through ups and downs, and you need to go through some really important life lessons. That's how we acquire wisdom. So you might be feeling sad. You might be feeling like you are not worthy, you are unlovable, you're undesired. Trust me, sister, I've been there. Oh, mama, so many times. But the important aspect is for you to get back up. Very similar advice to Pal 1, but that was not so much about self-acceptance. It was about having the strength to overcome obstacles as they pop up in a person's life. In your case, you tend to internalize whatever happens in your life. I feel that you guys tend to bring it upon yourself. Maybe you were taught a very negative coping mechanism. Every time something happens, it's your fault. But it isn't. That is the thing you need to learn from whatever life keeps throwing at you. You need to understand that sometimes shit just happens. Things just happen. People are crazy. People project stuff on you. World politics intervenes into whatever individuals manage to create as some sort of personal peace of their own. We can never rely on a constant stream of stability because that is an illusion. The only thing that is stable in life is constant transformation. Everything always changes. The seasons always change. The temperature around you always changes, right? Things are cyclical. And it's beautiful that they are like that. It's beautiful that we're constantly moving on this moving planet, right? Nothing is stagnant. Everything is constantly purged and changing and shifting, and you're growing and you're developing and you're growing older and you're growing wiser and you're, going from cycle to cycle and ascending. So we have these opportunities. Don't feel so bad. Don't feel so sorry for yourself. Accept that life sometimes throws a curveball. But that is not a reflection of the fact that you deserve negative things, that you're a bad person, that you tend to attract bad luck. No. You need to hold that critical voice that I feel pops up within yourself, potentially a reflection of a highly narcissistic or a toxic parent. Send it to sleep. Put it away. Buy it a ticket and send it on a vacation, okay? You don't need that voice that keeps bringing you down. Lift yourself up. So it's beautiful that the Eight of Cups appeared next to another watery image, the Counselor. I feel like a lot of you need to embody your masculine sense of self, but again, as it happened in previous readings, there is this caring masculinity archetype that keeps appearing throughout my readings. Coincidentally, I actually wrote a whole academic book on that, on men and love. So there is something here about embodying your masculinity, so your capacity to act in a confident way in the world, to initiate, to take charge, to be the leader, and to be very confident, but done in a very soft way. You see here, there are the symbols of the goddess, right? So marrying your intuition with your logical mind, being caring, but yet forceful when the situation requires you to be. Being confident, but also being able to be nurturing and emotional and vulnerable when the situation requires you to be. You are healing yourself in this process. And one way in which the counselor manifests itself in this situation of self-acceptance, learn to say no. Draw appropriate boundaries around you. As I said earlier, silence that inner critic. Say no to your parent if that parent keeps taking away from you without nurturing you, without listening to you, without seeing you. Say no to a partner that keeps abusing you. Just say no. You don't have to feel sorry. You don't have to feel guilty for saying no. You just have to stand in your own power and accept that power for who it is that you truly are. Because, my love, a witch, right? Witch potential, the witch seed. You've been suffering for lifetimes. If you're reincarnated again and you have this witchy quality about you, you've been suffering for lifetimes. This fellow has been giving you a really hard time. Lifetime after lifetime. It appears incarnated in a group of, toxic family members, a boss that is potentially giving you a very hard time, contracts that you find it very hard to escape from, sexual connections that you can't shake off, wash off, cleanse off, siblings that are constantly in competition with you, in a state of perpetual rivalry with you, even pets that might not like you, okay? You need to push back on the devil. Yeah? Just like in that White Stripes song, Get Behind Me, Satan, right? Get behind me, get the fuck away from me. And I feel this fire in my solar plexus, in my Manipura when I said this. Yes, you need to push back, and say no, enough. You can even do this protection sign, right? This is the universal sign of protection in the occult world. You can even do that, learn from small kids, from toddlers, how to say no in a very passionate and determined way. At about the age of 4 or 5, children tend to express their power through saying no to a lot of things, just because they can. Learn how to do that from them in a very playful, challenge yourself to be creative with saying no first, and then practice it in a more serious situation. But you, my dear, are a witch. You are a light worker. You are hope. You are light incarnate. Step in to this power and do not allow the devil to mess with your mind, to tell you that, of course, you're unworthy. Of course, you're not desired. It's an illusion. It's a fear. I'm getting angry for you. Look at this. This is a queen emerging with broken wings from the depths of the darkness to the light. She's allowing light to repair all of the wounds that she suffered on her path to ascension. The dead are on your side and they want you to keep going. Don't throw pity parties for yourself, or if you do, throw them for a limited amount of time. It's always good to have a good cry and to tell yourself, oh, I'm awful, blah, blah, blah. But then, drink a bottle of wine, eat a pizza, go to bed for 12 hours, get up in the morning and spread your light. Tell people no. See what happens. Experiment. You might be afraid that people might retaliate, You might be thinking, I can't listen to this type of advice because you don't know the stakes I'm facing. Adapt it to your situation, but you do need to practice it because these obstacles are not gonna let go. They are constantly gonna push against you unless you push back. They will push you into a corner so dark that you won't be able to see which part of yourself is still alive and which part of yourself has been completely overwhelmed by darkness. You will start to take in toxic behaviors that will destroy your beauty, destroy your light. So it is a matter of light and dark, whether you can push back or just allow this individual to just take you over. Sounds really creepy. It is Halloween, guys, okay? So take it with a pinch of salt, everything you're hearing here. And literally with a pinch of salt in your case, because protection. So I do think that you need to trust more in spirit. This is your way towards the light, all jokes aside. Connect more with spirit, pray, devise your own rituals, self-care rituals, protection rituals. There are so many resources out there, and thank God we are not burned on a stake anymore like unfortunately our female ancestors used to be in the past. Nowadays we can practice safe witchcraft in the comfort of our living room, and we can get information through the internet. Make use of these resources. Create an altar. Create a cozy, comfortable space around your home. And devise this routine where you constantly think and feel things that push against darkness, push against pessimism, against a feeling of despair. Never allow a feeling of despair to take you over. Snap right back out of it, because you are more powerful than you imagine. But I feel a lot of you are afraid of your power. So your ancestors want me to let you know that it is time for you to break out of your gilded cage. It is time for you to free your mind. I'm hearing that En Vogue song from the 90s. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Look what's gonna follow. Sagittarius energy, abundance, Jupiter, growing beyond what you could imagine, stepping out of your comfort zone that has kept you trapped, stepping into your growth zone, launching yourself into countless possibilities, an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of attention, compliments, all sorts of lucrative opportunities for money, for raising your wealth, for romantic dating, for maybe relocating to a space that is much better than the one you're living in. But you have to stop believing that you are not worthy, that you are poor, that you are ugly, that you are trapped, that you are confined by your body. Your body is just a vessel. Your spirit is always pure and beautiful and full of light, unless you allow it to be overcome by darkness. You allow it to be overwhelmed by self-victimizing behaviors, by telling yourself awful things. The more you tell them, the more you become them. So be very careful. Don't curse yourself with your words, whether these are the words you express or the words you're thinking. Bless yourself. Bless yourself every day, even if you are in a very difficult circumstance. Keep saying, Spirit has me, okay? Spirit is with me. I embrace oneness with the universe. I am loved because I am Spirit's child. I am a white witch. I am the light. I have this. I can do this. I can defend the dark. Be your own healing counselor, your own inner fatherly nurturing voice that tells you, buckle up, buttercup, you can do this. You've got this. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. Be brave, okay? Don't let them get you. Whoever them is in your circumstances. So to wrap up your reading, I do want to read you, as I promised at the beginning, what the Dancer of Promise has to say. I think that there is a specific message for you here that you need to hear. Okay. So, you ready? The Dancer of Promise. I am the Dancer of Promise. I hold out my hands to catch the waves of delight and power that wash over me, and bestow them on anyone who seeks my help. I will fill you with the light of the morning, enlivening you with joyful anticipation of triumph and hope of what is to be. In my dance is the bright movement of fire, the sharp dash of water, the slow wander of earth, and the swift passage of air. I lead the way to the realization of dreams and the fulfillment of desires. So you're being held in the universe's loving arms. You're protected. You always were. But you forgot these beautiful things about yourself along the way. Yes, life has been harsh for the majority of you that chose this pile, but that doesn't mean that you need to be harsh. You can contain your light. You can continue to be the soft, beautiful person in spite of the difficulties that happen in your life. And through this, you will humble everyone that you meet in your path with how courageous you have been. Okay? So just tell the devil, you know what? Dude, get behind me. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you to limit me anymore because I'm more powerful than I ever imagined. That's what the departed have to say to you. They are encouraging you to be the light and the change that you want to see in the world. Okay. I'm excited for all the wonderful things you are going to accomplish, Group 2. I'm sending you so much light from a light worker to a fellow light worker and white witch. I bless you. Take care of yourself, okay? And hope to see you in my next one. Mwah! Devilish kisses. Hey Group 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to this wacky Halloween themed reading. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Flamingo Art Deco brooch. Welcome. I have quite a lot of cards to get through in this reading, so cozy up, okay? Let me show you the cards that I pulled for you, and overall this is on the advice that the dead or the departed, however you want to respectfully refer to them, have for you in this period. How can they help you and serve you on your spiritual journey? So the first card that I have for you is the Page of Wands on this merry little swing with this top hat. So cute. Then the next card I have is the Knight of Wands. Interesting. The energy is progressing. Healing. And I think this is the equivalent of the Hermit card. Oh, always a pleasure to see him. The Emperor. So those were your tarot cards. And now let me show you the oracle cards I pulled for you. Raziel, the Angel of Mysteries. Number 4, doable. The key is within your grasp. I feel like you've been trying to unlock something to solve a mystery. Full Moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. So fitting. Then we have here, oh, the High Priestess of Fire. Beautiful energy. And this is number 5. And then we have the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. There is an overarching theme of courage going through the reading today. Courage. I am filming this during a moon in Aries. I was this close to saying full moon in Aries, but it's not a full moon. There's going to be a full moon in Taurus for Halloween. So yeah, warrior energy. Let me just rearrange these for a second. Yeah, a lot of fire energy here. And the last card that I have for you, the Spirit of Wisdom. Again, courage and wisdom, the two main themes that have been coursing through the readings today. So if you feel so inspired and if you have the time, I would encourage you to watch for reading 1 and 2 as well. Now, what I like to do in this reading to make it a bit more special is for the first card that I pulled and the last card that I pulled, so these two, I want to read you the additional messages from these wonderful booklets, the Santa Muerte Tarot and the Shaman's Oracle, okay? So let's begin first with the message from the dead as it appears in the Santa Muerte booklet for our lovely Page of Wands. There is so much fire in your reading, so you could potentially be a fire sign, or you could have some very strong fire placements. I would go so far as to say maybe a Sagittarius stellium, or potentially you could have Moon in Sagittarius comes very strongly, Aries influences, Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's a very, very potent, fiery energy, or you might need to step into this energy in this period. Let's see what the dead have to say. So, this is the moment to become more independent and to manage your own affairs by yourself. Given that you are more than able, delaying this will only bring about problems. So the dead are encouraging you to step into the fire, step into this beautiful, exciting, creative, sexually charged, physical energy. You need to start doing more in your life. This is the quintessence of the message that the departed want to convey to you. Let's get a bit deeper into this message. In what realm do you need to start doing more? So I would begin first with yourself, because we do have here the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess of Fire. I got something, okay, but please don't shoot the messenger. A lot of you could have been engaged in situations where you prioritized a player over your own needs. You prioritized somebody that was highly adventurous, very passionate, very good looking, a person that came in and out of your life. I don't normally like to think of the Knight of Wands as a player, but he does have that Casanova kind of reputation, right? So you might have idealized another partner, whether it is male or female. This is the energy that person embodied within. You might have idealized them to the detriment of your own self-care. Like some of you could have actually even skipped over brushing your teeth properly or eating a really good meal just to entertain this person, just to be at this person's beck and call. Maybe this person said, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm coming over to have sex with you, but you needed to have a good night's rest so you could wake up and be fresh for work in the morning. But you thought, yeah, whatever, you know, this person is visiting me, I'm so excited, let's go for it, you know. Wrong. Stop that. I'm here to kind of give you some tough love. Your ancestors want me to convey to you, you need to prioritize yourself. I feel a lot of you have been listening to a lot of love PickACard readings. My dear, I know they're fun, I know they're comforting, I listen to them as well, but who is taking care of this High Priestess of Fire? This is you. You. Lava-like, molten, incredible, superstar quality, right? But it's not harvested. It's not properly taken care of. So I feel that this is why it's significant that the Page of Wands was the first card that appeared. Get back into your own self-loving, self-care routine and do not allow other people to mess with that. Of course, life tends to be chaotic. Sometimes we have more time for taking care of ourselves. Other times we're exploring some more shadowy aspects of our nature and we need more maybe to give in to eating a bit more or to give in to drinking a bit more, you know. But there needs to be a balance in your life where you genuinely see yourself as the person that requires a lot of good food, good feelings, good experiences, is worthy of respectful comments, is worthy of compliments, is worthy of receiving the same kind of love you are giving to other people. I feel like you guys are giving a lot of attention to other people and now you need to kind of like rein that attention back and place it onto yourself, right? You need to find that the stage light, the first light. This is a reference to a movie I've just seen recently called The Barefoot Contessa. And Ava Gardner plays in it, so not the cooking show, but the old-fashioned 1950s movie with Humphrey Bogart. Have a look at that. You know, you need to find the stage light. You need to find that light that just focuses on you and gets you to shine. And I feel that you might need to actually Yeah, again, it's about drawing boundaries. We are under a Capricorn ruled sky at the moment with both Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn at the moment. You have to draw boundaries, and some people might get upset. So what? So what? I mean, you're also the one that is being taken from. It's time that you stop people taking from you, like, you know, you're a fast food chain or something that just constantly gives, you know, replenishes itself and gives to other people. You have to stop that. You have to give back to yourself, or to give to others, but in moderate amounts, not to the point where you are forgetting yourself. I feel a lot of you might be thinking, I don't like the advice you're giving me. I can feel your frustration. But I mean, somebody has to actually draw attention to the fact that you're neglecting yourself. You're neglecting your own light. And I feel that there have been very strong male figures in your life. Potentially some of you, I'm hearing the word domination. You were kind of brought up with this understanding that you needed to be somehow in a more submissive position. But I have a feeling that this is not your nature. You are very feisty, you're very independent, you're very smart, you're very quick. You know, you have a very strong inner masculine image, but it just needs to come out more. And it comes out in you drawing appropriate boundaries with other people, in being brave and honest, and in letting people know that I'm not going to do this. You know, I'm not going to work for that poor income. I want a better income. I'm not going to reply to your message at 2 a.m. in the morning because I need to get some sleep. Call me, call me at 10 in the morning, or call me, we'll go for lunch the next day. Let's have an appropriate meeting, not just, Netflix and chill kind of behavior. So the more you embody this kind of energy, this beautiful thing called self-respect rises up to the surface, and it will completely change your interactions with other people. I feel like your ancestors are really coming through, and I got like, God, the word in Romanian is kercel. I don't know how to translate this at the moment, but it's kind of like, when your muscle tenses very strongly in your, like I got a knot in my muscles in this finger, right? So I do think, and guess what? It's this finger, right? So I do think that you need to draw very strong boundaries with the people in your life. I feel like even your ancestors are kind of pushing my muscles to kind of show you the kind of attitude you need to embody. It's an F off kind of attitude that you need to have. And some of you would be thinking, oh no, clutching my pearls, how would I be able to do such a thing? You are capable of doing such a thing, and I think that this is your path forward in life. I'm getting such a badass energy with you guys today. So some of you have been suffering from a lack of confidence in doing a certain thing that is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. Maybe you've been putting off writing a book, or finishing a project, or wrapping up an experiment, or clinching a deal, or signing off a contract that is very important, buying a house, moving out of your current situation if you happen to live with your parents. You are encouraged by your ancestors to live independently and to believe that you can make it on your own. You don't need other people. You don't need to rely on other people. Some of you are waiting for a knight in shining armor to come and solve all of your issues. I feel that the departed are kind of like, I see them sitting like this going like, no, it's not going to work out like that. We're sorry about this, but it's not going to work out. And it was 12:22 when I was saying these things. Let me just adjust my crown a little bit, which is exactly the attitude that you need to take. Let me just adjust my crown after all these shakeups and start telling you all what I would like to have done, okay? Some of you might be thinking, but this is so arrogant, Lexi. What are you enticing me to do? I'm enticing you to step into your power and to stand very proudly there, to not allow people to just push you off your throne all of the time. Trust me, I can speak from experience. It's not okay to work towards something that you've invested a lot of work and a lot of effort and energy into, and then seeing this being taken away by other people because they just elbow you out of the way and step in to claim the reward that should have been yours. You need to fight back. But I think that this fighting back can only happen in your case if you genuinely love and appreciate and value that thing that you worked for. And I think that this has to be something that is related to your own personal creation. It's not a relationship with another person. So as I said, maybe you're working towards a promotion at work. Maybe you're creating products. Maybe you're, you're self-sustaining or self-employed, or you're in a creative business. You need to take pride and joy and a sense of deep accomplishment in your realizations. Stop undermining them. They are your children. They are part of you. If you undermine them, you're going to undermine yourself in the process, and you're only going to allow yourself to be taken advantage of by individuals that just see that they can push against your boundaries and you don't react. So you need to step into this very fiery energy. And I think that at the moment, the current transit of Mars in Aries is kind of getting you to store a lot of pent-up energy within you. It might make you feel tired, but this is only because you're not kind of like allowing it to come out. Very soon, in the middle of October, November, final days of October. My mind is still in the past a little bit with this Mercury retrograde. But in the middle of November, Mars is going to go direct. And I feel like all of these things that you've been keeping in are gonna come out. Now, I want you to not be afraid of unleashing them. Okay? Do me a solid and unleash them. You will find appropriate ways in which to do so. Trust yourself. And trust that the people in your life are going to be able to handle your fire when it decides to come out. Be this warrior. You owe it to yourself to be this warrior, to stand up and, say to other people, nah, not this time. Yeah? Very similar energy to group 2, actually. I feel like I've been saying this message over and over again in the readings today, but hey, this is what I see. These are the cards that popped up. So the answers you need are coming, okay? There will be, if you're feeling under pressure at the moment, if you're feeling like you're building up, as I said earlier, some pent-up energy, but you don't know how to express it, or if you feel like you have some anger that is seething within your soul. I have the feeling that in the second week of November, or in the second week of the month that follows from the moment that you see this reading, there will be a breaking point. Almost as if a tower moment. But here's the thing, that's the key. That's the key that unlocks the door to your true potential. You can do it. You will be able to handle the situation. You will know exactly what to do on the spot. If this is a crisis moment, you'll be able to manage it somehow. You'll be able to get on top of it and control it. You are being guided by Raziel as well, so make sure to pray to this angel during this period. Raziel is helping you almost kind of like by working on your third eye chakra. It's kind of helping you see things clearly, better than you have done in the past. You're reevaluating your relationships, you're reevaluating your energy, the time you spent on your creative endeavors in this period. And then in the second week of the month from the time that you watch this reading, everything is going to come out into the open, and it will be the answer to your prayers. It will be the answers to the questions you kept asking yourself, and it will be an outpouring of energy. And I feel that your ancestors are just going to sit there going like, yes, that's what we wanted you to do. Finally, you let it all out. You let it loose. It's no longer poisoning your inner garden. Yeah, I think that's so important. So important for you to heal this. To heal. Did you notice that? That was a Freudian lisp. So instead of saying to hear this, I said heal this. Yeah, healing. You're healing. And I feel that very soon you are going to see the fruits of this healing. And the fruits of this healing are not going to be you finding your soulmate or attracting a big potluck of money or something like that. No, this is deeper and more meaningful. It's going to be you finally unleashing this fire from within. And knowing how to handle it, knowing how to let people know that you are a queen. Okay, so take it as it applies, because I have here Emperor and High Priestess of Fire. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries energy. You've been so challenged, you've been so tried and tested, but it was only meant to help you rise into this warrior energy. Your ancestors go way, 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 way back. And they are there just cheering on you, kind of like, yeah, we're rooting for you. You can do this, And as you're healing, you're stepping into this knowledge. I feel like a lot of these signs and symbols appear to you in your dreams. You're becoming aware of them, and you're finally allowing yourself to be playful with them. Because playfulness is actually the highest vibration of being a human here on earth. It is the vibration of creation. When we have all of our normal needs met, so the desire to breathe, the desire to eat and drink, the desire to, get rid of our sexual instinct, when we are well rested, when we have no cares in the world, the creative instinct comes up, the spiritual instinct comes up. And that is all about manifesting something out of the blue, because we are deeply in tune with the divine. We're co-creating. And that's how wonderful things happen. That's how we create prosperity. We imbue the world with fresh energy and we change its vibration. And I think this is exactly what you need to do. You need to stop holding yourself back. You need to unclench your life from the shackles of submissiveness and find the confidence within you. This is the secret to your current predicament. And if you've been going through struggles, you've just been healing, and your healing is almost complete. I'm here to let you know that very soon, it's reward time. But it starts with you, with this realization that, yeah, I can do this. Whatever life throws at me, bam, I can throw it back. And throw it back with love and compassion and creativity, and make something even more beautiful out of it. Okay, so the final card I had for you is the Spirit of Wisdom, and let me read you what it says, because I think there's an important additional message for you here. There we go. So, I am the Spirit of Wisdom. I put you in touch with the deeper levels of knowledge and transmute them into the gold of true understanding, deeper levels of self-knowledge, yeah? With wisdom, you can only grow brighter, and your route becomes clearer with every breath. Watch for my star in the heavens and draw strength from my companionship as you walk the many tangled paths of life. Wisdom, courage, brightness. You can embody them all, and you can use them to help carve your path into the unknown. I'm sending you so much light. I think that your group needs it the most out of all the 3 groups that I had. I could also see that my recording was getting progressively darker. Have a wonderful Halloween. Connect with the spirits of your ancestors. They are like a group of cheerleaders leading you on, and they go way, way back. They go back even to primordial times when man had to fight, the animals in order to survive. So yeah, take good care of yourself, group 3. You are so special, and the dead just want to help you carve your own path in life with determination and confidence. I send you so much love. See you in my next one.